Hi there. Today it's gonna get all salty here. I'm gonna talk about salt and which salt is actually beneficial for us, for our bodies, for our health, and which salt is best to avoid. And I was prompted to speak about this today because yesterday in my post about salad dressings, I mentioned salt and I realized that maybe it's something worth going into in case you haven't heard about salt maybe not being good for you. Well, you probably have heard that because that's what we all keep hearing, but there's a specific salt that actually might be quite beneficial. So I think it's worth to know. Knowledge is power, I think. So if you're new here and you haven't seen any of my other videos and you don't know me, my name is Martina. I'm a health coach and I'm a migraine and headache expert because this is what I've been able to get rid of migraines, and I want to just share my knowledge with people that are suffering from this and would like to get rid of it. So hence my videos to give you some action steps you can take in your life if you enjoy what I bring you on information, and you can pick what you want, and just maybe try and make some small changes. So the salt. Normally what we are all used to use in kitchens, I think like my mom also used that, is just normal table salt that you get in normal stores and supermarkets. And there's the one that's with jodium, and so we think it's good because if we're not living near the sea, we might have not enough jodium, so we take that. But actually that normal table salt is highly processed, and it contains 98% sodium chloride, which has nothing to do anymore with salt in its natural form. Salt in its natural form is what is in our bodies, what is in lots of plants, and what is in seawater. And there is salt in seawater, but there's also salt under earth or in the rocks, because once upon a time there used to be sea everywhere. And so the salts that people that are maybe interested in health topics, they start to consume now and buy is Himalayan salt, or sea salt. And normally you get it also in supermarkets now, but it started in health food stores. And those two salts are really good because they can contain a lot of minerals because they are not processed. So the Himalaya salt, it comes from inside the Himalaya, so it's really old. Don't ask me how many years, but it contains 84 different minerals and trace elements. So it's really rich, and it has a full balance of all the minerals and trace elements that are existing that our body needs. So it's a wonderful balanced addition to food to make it taste nicer, and also to have it actions actually in the cells. It takes some action, and it allows the cells, our body, to absorb more vitamins and minerals and nutrients. So it makes it really helpful to, if we have a problem with malabsorption of those things, then which can lead to health issues, it's really good if we use Himalayan salt, because it aids that absorption as well, and it has many other health benefits. Of course, I'm not saying salt is something you should use generously and a lot. Of course, it's good to try and moderate it, but we can't exist without salt. There is salt in natural foods as well, but what I want to really bring across today is that to try and avoid the table salt at all costs. At least that's what I try to do. And in processed foods, normally there's just normal sodium chloride, like the normal table salt, cooking salt. And if you avoid those products, then that's a big load of you, because it's actually harmful, more harmful than anything for our body. So, and there's not only the Himalaya salt, which is quite pricey. It's pure, it's nice. It's actually, I'll show you some. I have some here. It's slightly pink because it says the pink is because of the rust that forms. I think some particles of elements that bind together in the rocks and form that. So it's slightly pink. It's a nice color. I love to use this, but I also use a herbal salt. And herbal salt is not as rich in minerals, but still has over 60. And it is the Celtic sea salt, especially. No, not herbal salt. Sea salt, I wanted to say. Sea salt is the Celtic one comes from an area around the coast of France where there is not so much contamination from the sea, from the continent, and it seems that it actually isn't really loaded with heavy metals, which was my fear. I thought, okay, in the Himalaya, you know, it was there before the big contamination started, and in the sea it might get contaminated. The seas are not so clean. But it seems actually there has been some research done, some testing, and it is not really contaminated. There's really trace elements, traces of these heavy metals. So it's not really significant because we take it in small quantities. So the sea salt is, when you buy the pure one, which you can get again in the health food store, it's grayish and it kind of sticks together because it doesn't have any of those fillers and those additions to it that normal table salt has. So it's like gray and kind of nearly wet, so it reminds you a little bit of the sea. And I use that normally when I'm cooking things that, you know, require more salt, like if I would cook noodles or something, pasta, then you throw away the water. You know, I don't use the Himalayan salt, I use sea salt. And I also like to swap and, you know, just change between the two because, you know, one has more trace minerals like in quantity, but then the other one, the sea salt, seems to have more, a higher amount of each of them. So, you know, it balances out. Just, I have both there. And I also have the herbal salt. That's why I said that earlier by mistake. This is one of the brands I buy, Herba Mare, that is, I think, worldwide now that you can get it. It's a German brand, and it has 93% of sea salt, and then lots of herbs and vegetables that are dried, and some kelp, which is some natural salty tasting substance from the sea as well. So yeah, I would say the number one tip for you, if you want to give it a try, because maybe you're not feeling like, just for prevention maybe, but maybe you're not feeling that well, maybe you suffer from headaches again and again, or migraines, you know, the electrolyte transportation between the cells is really important, and that can be aided by the right salt as well. I'm not saying that now you eat this salt and all your migraines will disappear. Probably not. You could be lucky. But I think it all adds up, and the right choices at the right moment will, you know, with others, combined with other right choices that are good for your body, will eventually help you to not have that pain anymore. So I think, yeah, just go for it. If you want to try, you know, put out your table salt, get some nice sea salt, get maybe some Himalayan salt as well as a treat, and start to cook with those and see, you know, if you like it. Yeah, that's the tip of today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want more information, you can always check out my website, happychoiceslab.com. There's also quite a few videos now on this Facebook page, so maybe there's other tips you've missed that you would like to see. Okay, that's it for today. Have a nice night, day, wherever you are. Thank you for watching. Bye.